Right, so hello and welcome back to another 90 Day Fiancé video on Arthur TV. Today we're going to be having a look at a brand new couple. So in the past I've covered quite a few couples after their season had finished because it meant that I could choose the ones with the wildest stories and the biggest twists in their tales. But because we're only halfway through season 8, I genuinely don't know how this one is going to turn out. But I did a few polls on Instagram and it seems like this is the couple you guys wanted me to cover the most. And having looked into it, it seems like this is the only couple that are getting roasted week in, week out by 90 Day Fiancé viewers. So I'm going to start off with a few videos on their story so far and hope that things continue to go rapidly downhill for our sadistic viewing pleasure. Today we're going to be having a look at 27-year-old Brandon and his 26-year-old Russian fiancée Julia. Obviously as their story progresses into the second half of the season, if there's any more big drama or there's plenty more stuff to roast them on, I'll definitely be doing some more follow-up videos. So if you don't want to miss out, make sure you're subscribed down below. Alright, now let's get into the video.
My name is Brandon. I'm 27 years old and I'm from Dinwiddie, Virginia. I'm definitely very close to my parents.
This is my baby boy. This is Brandon. I'm Betty. I'm his mom.
My mom can be a little controlling, always trying to tell me what to do.
Not controlling.
Yeah, you are.
I am a controller. Yeah.
To be fair, his parents seem like pretty nice people, but his mum saying that she's controlling is a massive understatement, which we'll get onto shortly. Brandon also seems like a nice guy, but he's almost a little bit too nice.
My friends would always say that like I'm small and cute and it'd be perfect for like a boyfriend or whatever. So...
Oh my god, he's as awkward on camera as I am. With Brandon in his late 20s, his parents were getting kind of concerned that the only female action he was getting was milking the cows every morning, so they decided to sign him up for a dating app for farmers.
Yeah, we did.
What a pair of legends. Thankfully, he didn't have to use it because his best friend met a go-go dancer at a club that swept Brandon off his feet.
They video chatted me and I fell in love immediately. She was the most beautiful girl I'd ever seen. I couldn't stop thinking about her, and my first message to her was, "You look like my future wife." And that was 6 hours after meeting her on video chat.
Just serving up a green card on a plate on day one. Literally every single couple that we've covered on this channel that went on to have a terrible breakup had one thing in common, and that's rushing into getting married. It's such a classic 90 Day Fiancé thing for someone to fall in love straight away based on nothing but looks. Although to be fair to these guys, it was a little bit all or nothing for them. After they had been speaking for several weeks, Brandon flew over to ask her to be his girlfriend, but when she applied for a visitor's visa to come visit him in America, the consulate basically thought that she was going to come over, apply for jobs, and basically not return. So they denied her application. It kind of left them with pretty much only three options. They could either break up, stay really long distance, or get married. So after just 5 months of knowing her, Brandon flew her to Iceland and proposed to her.
Julia, will you marry me?
Yes.
It was, however, a slightly more expensive process than Brandon realised. As well as paying for them both to go to Iceland for the proposal, he also paid for them to go on a trip to Paris together, and even paid for everything involved with the K1 visa. He actually ended up getting into some pretty bad debt because of all of it, which meant that he couldn't afford to pay his rent and had to move back home.
When Julia arrives, we'll be living with my parents on the farm, and we'll have 90 days to get married.
It's actually such a bold move, not waiting until he's financially secure, not even waiting to find out if the relationship actually works in person, just diving straight into getting married. Doing it all on national television as well, so if you get played, literally everyone sees it. It's so risky. Understandably, his parents were a little bit skeptical.
They didn't know if maybe she wanted a green card or money.
We really enjoyed our interaction with Julia. She seems like a lovely person, but I mean, I've got to admit, both of our radars are still out because we just don't know that her intentions are for Brandon and has his best interest at heart.
But this is where things get a little bit weird. Being concerned that your son is being scammed for a green card or money, fair enough. But getting involved in your 27-year-old son's sex life, not so much.
My parents want us to stay in separate rooms. I think this is stupid. I'm 27. Why can't we stay in the same room? I don't think she's gonna be too
You haven't
happy.
told her yet?
No, I don't think she's gonna be happy about that.
You're gonna let her come here and then find out? Really?
I guess we're kind of getting old, dear. We still deal in the old-fashioned of respect for your parents.
I just rather have her room, and I'm sure maybe at some point they might sneak back and forth. Who knows? I guess when we were kids, we would have thought about it, but if that happens, it's like, I don't want to know about it.
It's a little bit strange to me that she won't let them sleep in the same room, but I think that's quite a personal opinion. I mean, it's their house and their rules, and if Brandon and Julia don't like it, they should just get their own place. But unfortunately, his parents' involvement in their private life doesn't end there.
Do you know she's on birth control by chance?
Yeah, I know she's not.
She's not.
No.
She doesn't want to be?
No, she doesn't. I guess we're not being safe?
You're not. What?
No, that's not good. That's not good.
No, that's crazy.
That is crazy. I think.
Oh, absolutely.
Obviously, after finding out that they're not using any form of contraception, rather than leaving it to them as adults to either accept the risk or consider other options, Brandon's mother decided to take matters into her own hands.
Yes, my son's fiancé is coming into town. One of the things that we're concerned about is she has not been on any form of birth control. And they really are not planning on starting a family just yet. And so one of the things that I'd like to do is let her come in and maybe speak with you.
My mom's on the phone with a gynecologist right now. I did not expect this at all.
This is overstepping the boundaries so much. This is like something you do for your teenage daughter, not the 26-year-old girl your son is dating that you haven't even met yet. They asked him why he wasn't wearing any protection, and he just said that it wasn't as fun. So his mum's just decided that Julia's gonna have to be the one that makes the sacrifice. You'd think he'd be like, "Mum, what are you doing? This has literally nothing to do with you. Can you just leave it to us?" But he just sits in the back of the car, literally like a little kid.
Oh, little boy's in the back playing on his little game.
He's even whipped out the Nintendo Switch. A grown man. It's unreal. His parents definitely have some boundary issues, but I can't lie, I do quite like them, and I absolutely love how supportive they are of Brandon. They're literally like his wingmen, setting him up on dating apps, and look at how much they hype him up when they go to meet Julia at the airport.
There she is.
Yeah, she's here.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, go, 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 go.
Oh my God, I miss you so much.
You know, it's actually quite rare for a 90-Day Fiancé couple to seem this happy to see each other. Usually it's the one who's punching that's super excited, and the other one who's after the green card or the money is always like, oh, gross, like, is this actually going to be worth it? But these guys seem genuinely happy to see each other. Although it is early days, and I've said this before and been left with egg on my face, so let's wait and see what happens.
I think I get two.
I know. No.
Quickly.
Alright, pal, relax. Your parents are here. Oh my god, the tongue.
Not here.
I'm so glad you're here. We're so happy
We're so glad to see you. Finally.
See, I love how welcoming they are, and they genuinely seem excited to meet her too. Like, I know they have their reservations, but they're really giving her a chance, and it's so nice to see. Obviously, knowing how much you guys all secretly love watching people suffer, the producers thought things were going a little bit too well, and decided to put Brandon on the spot.
Come on.
Brandon, this is the most important moment of your life.
Oh. Whew.
Stop.
Я не знаю.
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
I hope that means both.
No angliski.
I think this is the first time when I started genuinely worrying about Brandon's relationship with his mother. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't think there's an obvious answer to this question. Like, he doesn't want to pick his mum straight away and make Julia think that he's a mummy's boy, but also he doesn't want to pick someone that he's known for 6 months over his own mother. But it's the fact that rather than making a joke or picking both, he just awkwardly doesn't answer. Like, let's be real, he's planning on living with both of them under one roof for the next 9 months at least. There's going to be times when his mum and Julia have massive disagreements and he's going to have to pick a side. If he's too scared of upsetting one of them and avoids making a decision and takes a step back, they're inevitably going to clash, especially with Brandon's mum being a self-admitted control freak. For now though, Julia seems to be pretty happy.
I not believe I'm here. Like, oh my god, I'm staying here. I stay American. Like, I touch American. No. I look at American people. I say, oh, hi. I take green card and stay here. Joke.
Is she joking though? Well, she might want to stay here now, but something tells me that's not going to last long. Firstly, she still hasn't found out that her and Brandon are going to be sleeping in separate rooms. And secondly, she hasn't got to know his parents yet. On literally their first dinner out together as a family, Brandon's mother decided to bring up birth control, and Julia just didn't know how to respond.
We don't plan children now. We plan maybe after 2 years, 3 years.
But, I mean, you're making sure you have adequate
This is
protection.
question for Brandon. I feel not comfortable. I not talk with my parents about this. Why I need to talk with him parents? I don't want to go doctor. I don't want to take medicine. And this is crazy. This is stupid. This is make me explode.
Make sure we find a way for you to go with me, maybe to my doctor, and talk about options.
This is so unbelievably weird. Again, it's the kind of conversation you have with your teenage daughter, not a 26-year-old woman you've just met. It's got nothing to do with her. It's like she's gotten too comfortable mummying Brandon and carried that over to Julia. It's not like it's an easy decision for her to make on her behalf either. Like, she's a woman, she must know the side effects of these things. They're like 10 pages long.
You know, my mother's really helping us out. She wants to be a little involved. I don't really see anything wrong with that. We kind of owe her. She did just pay for her flight over. And I think Julia should understand and maybe appreciate, like I do, the help she's given.
Your parents don't need worry about pregnant. Because we're not tonight.
Ah, the look of a defeated man. He's literally gone through the entire K1 visa process, waited months to see her, and she finally arrives, and on her first night in the US, he gets cock-blocked by his own mother. Although he really needed to stand up for Julia and put an end to that conversation as soon as it began, so it's not entirely his mother's fault, is it? If he's going to have any hope of keeping Julia around for the next 90 days, he's going to have to cut that umbilical cord and start acting like an adult. Otherwise, things are going to get so messy, or she's just going to leave. Either way, it is set up for an entertaining start. Well, that is unfortunately all we have time for today, but there are still plenty more Brandon and Julia drama to come, as well as a load more 90 Day Fiancé content. So if you enjoyed today's video and you want to make sure you catch the next one, make sure you're subscribed down below so you don't miss out. As always, the links to my Instagram, Twitter and other social media will be down below, so feel free to come drop me a follow to keep up with the channel, help me decide what future videos to make, or just say hi in between uploads. I'd also just like to give a very quick shout out to my Patreon supporters for supporting me and the channel over on Patreon. Thank you for watching and hopefully I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.